What's going on, guilty guys and gals, and welcome to the Hunger Games. But it's not a regularly sized Hunger Games. It is every single Danganronpa student from the main series. Which is a lot. That's 48. That's the max size. I was going to do all the characters. Like, I was going to throw Meteor in there. He's the only one I know about from the anime. That's not true. He's the only one whose name I remember. Throw the Despair kids in there, all that junk. And I tried to get them mostly consistent by using like the same versions of their artwork, but some of them didn't show up. As you can see, Danganronpa 1, they're all there. Danganronpa 3, they're all there. Danganronpa 2, it's a little bit harder to get them easily, because they have to be square pictures online in order to not be squashed. Like, I think one of these is squashed. Yeah, Byakuya's is a bit squashed. Anyway, that's pretty much it. You already know all these characters, so we just gotta see who the ultimate really is. Also, some of these have checkered backgrounds, which it works for Celeste, but I don't know. It was hard to find pictures. Anyway, let's go. Alright, so these are going to be incredibly long, because it's 3 times as big as usual. I think 2 times, actually, because it's usually 24. Anyway. Tribute stand on the podium, and the horn sounds. Maki grabs a jar of fishing bait while Tanko gets fishing gear. Oh, interesting. Gundam runs away. Kaede grabs a backpack, not realizing that it's empty. She had to get her backpack back. Sonya finds explosives. That's in character. Fuyuhiko sets an explosive off, killing Korekio. He's out first. I'm okay with that. Thanks, Fuyuhiko. Ryoma Hoshi clutches a first aid kit and runs away. Okay. Soda runs away. Gonta grabs a jar of fishing bait, and Nagito gets fishing gear. Again, interesting pair there. Aoi runs. Mahiru gets a trident. You know who I'm voting for. You already know exactly who I'm voting for. Toko receives a trident as well. Interesting. Himiko runs away. Angie grabs a shovel. I don't trust her. It's a shovel. Leon gets size. Oh, couldn't quite find a sword, but he got close. Sayaka runs away. Mukuro breaks Teru's nose for a basket of bread. He's barely got a nose to begin with, Mukuro. Mukuro should definitely win. I'm just saying. She's the ultimate soldier. She's never lost in a fight. Just saying. Sakura runs away. Ishimaru receives a trident. So many tridents. Nekomaru runs. Junko snatches a bottle of alcohol and a rag. What are you pointing at? Okay. Kyoko runs. Ibuki runs. Celeste kills Chiaki immediately. That's unfortunate. Jesus. Okay. I didn't expect her to make it to the end, but really? Second? Oh. Byakuya stays at the cornucopia for resources. He just stands there menacingly and everybody runs away. Like Kibo. Kibo runs away. So does Rantaro. Mikan scares off Hifumi. She's like, I'm real. He's like, no, I only like 2D. Yasuhiro stabs Akane with a tree branch. How'd you manage that? Although I guess Monokuma, she's lost every fight we've seen her in on screen. Other than, I guess, maybe in the anime. I don't know about that. Mondo runs away. Mew gets a trident. Makoto Naegi and Kokichi Oma fight for a bag. Kokichi gives up and retreats. Perfect. Shuichi grabs a shield. That's thematic. Momoto grabs a backpack. Hyoko runs away. Imposter runs away. Pekka runs. Tsumugi gets a first aid kit. Hajime runs away. Kurumi runs away. And Chihiro runs away. Oh, Chihiro lasted longer than Chiaki. That's sad. Okay. Yasuhiro hunts for tributes. Himiko begs for Mahiru to kill her. She refuses, keeping Himiko alive. Yikes. She's like, you have red hair too. Please kill me. Kaede explores. Junko receives an explosive. Ibuki, Mew, and Kurumi hunt together. Interesting. Celestia, Ludenberg constructs a shack. Maki begs for Peko to kill her. She refuses, keeping Maki alive. Okay, interesting. Those two also kind of go together, which is odd. Ryoma hunts. Rantaro practices archery. Interesting. Kibo injures himself. Oh, classic Kibo. Not being able to do anything until he's, got his antenna poked off. Nikon, Kazuichi, Kaido, and Nekomaru work together. Interesting. Hajime makes a slingshot. Fuyuhiko and Hifumi work together. That's a weird pair. Samugi overhears Teratero and Angie talking in the distance. Oh no. Angie's like the perfect target for... Oh, ugh. Okay. Taka discovers a cave. The ultimate imposter chases Mondo. Okay. Kyoko makes a slingshot. Nagito diverts Gundam's attention and runs away. He tricked him. Perfect. In character. Byakuya defeats Aoi in a fight but spares her life. Okay. Mukuro makes a slingshot. It's close to a gun. Leon makes a wooden spear. Alright. He's got size and a wooden spear now. I guess you could like tie the size to the end and that's how you make the spear. Kokichi picks flowers. What a guy. Tenko makes a slingshot. Gonta diverts Makoto's attention and runs away. Toko and Chihiro split up and search for resources. Sakura travels to higher ground. Hyoko travels to higher ground. Sayaka distracts Sonia and runs away. And Shuichi gets a hatchet. Alright. Really only lost 3 people so far, which is surprising. Rest in peace, Chiaki. The other 2 I don't particularly care about. Sorry, Akane, but... Sakura convinces Sayaka to snuggle with her. Aw. Kurumi is awoken by nightmares. Kyoko begs for Shuichi to kill her. He refuses, keeping Kyoko alive. There's a lot of begging to die in this so far. But not a lot of dying. So then, you know. Rentaro receives an explosive. I don't trust him with that. Nekomaru, Hyoko, Ryoma, and Angie sleep in shifts. Interesting. Mukuro and Hifumi run into each other and decide to truce for the night. Watch out, Hifumi. Maki tries to treat her infection. When? What? Sonia quietly hums. I like Sonia, too. You know, there's a lot of DR2 characters that I just ended up liking. A lot. Yasuhiro and Hajime hold hands. Okay. Kokichi convinces Aoi to snuggle with him. Oh, no. Okay. Peko and Mondo tell stories about themselves to each other. Himiko, Chihiro, Celeste, and Mahiru tell each other ghost stories to lighten the mood. Who would have the best ghost stories out of these 4? Probably Himiko? I don't know. She might not put in enough effort. Oh, Ibuki decapitates Makoto with a sword. That's violent. But okay. Byakuya destroys Miu's supplies while she's asleep. Rip Makoto. Leon's trap kills Junko and Oshima. Leon just saved the world. Y'all are like, how can you like Leon? He just saved the world. Nagito climbs a tree to rest. I'm surprised he didn't fall out of it and die, to be honest. Toko thinks about home, although he does have plot armor, basically. So maybe he won't die. Kuzuryo receives clean water. Teratero destroys Mikan's supplies while she's asleep. Teratero. Gonta dies from hunger. I guess you gotta have a lot of calories to support a physique like that, huh? Kaede thinks about home. Kibo stays awake all night. He doesn't sleep, I don't think. Well, maybe he does. He goes into sleep mode. He has to charge, right? So, Taka begs for Samugi to kill him. She refuses for the plot. Kaido, Tenko, Kazuichi, Gundam, and the Ultimate Imposter sleep in shifts. Wow. Okay. Makoto is dead. Nekomaru and Ryoma split up in search for resources. Himiko injures herself. Imposter overhears Toko and Rantaro talking in the distance. That's interesting. Sakura looks for firewood. Taka hunts tributes. Not sure how he's doing that. Mondo gets an explosive. Kibo poisons Samugi's drink but mistakes it for his own and dies? How do you poison a robot? I don't know. Maybe it just like the act of drinking liquids killed him. Kyoko receives clean water. Yasuhiro tries to sleep through the entire day. That's in character. Ibuki collects fruit from a tree. Cool. Peko fishes. Byakuya fishes. Hajime pushes Kirumi off a cliff during a knife fight? Wow. Okay. Every time I see one of these happen, I'm like, oh, wow. Yeah, okay. Kazuichi searches for firewood. Miu, not Mikan, diverts Nagito's attention and runs away. Shuichi is unable to convince Aoi to not kill him. Jesus. All the main characters are dying. Hajime is the last one remaining. I guess you could count Kaede too. Celeste, Maki, Mikan, Teratero, and Chihiro hunt together. Interesting. Mahiru makes a spear, defending yourself. Good. Leon attempts to climb a tree but falls on Kaede Akamatsu, killing them both. I spoke too soon. Also, Leon killed literally the villain of the entire series and then just fell and killed the protagonist of V3's first chapter anyway. Mukuro practices her archery. She's scary. If you're meeting up with Mukuro, you're in trouble. Tenko and Hyoko split up in search for resources. Sonya, Gundam, and Kaido hunt the tributes. Fumi receives an explosive. He's probably going to blow himself up. Angie makes a slingshot. Sayaka unknowingly eats toxic berries. That's also kind of in character. Fuyuhiko fishes, and Kokichi thinks about home. Wow, we actually lost... Oh my god, we lost a lot of people. Okay, so Makoto we lost on that first day. And then during the night, we lost everyone else. Junko, Gonta, Kibo... How did Gonta die? I don't remember Gonta dying. Whatever. Kibo, Kurumi, Shuichi, Leon, Kaede, and Sayaka. Mahiru cooks her food before putting her fire out. Smart. Nekomaru, Sakura, and Hyoko sleep in shifts. Himiko stays awake all night. She can't sleep. Pekka repeatedly stabs Sonya to death with sighs. Oh, rest in peace. Also, Pekka would be able to do that. Maki sets Gundam on fire with a Molotov. Oh, goodness. They died back to back. I guess they're together forever now. Or maybe. Miu tends to her wounds. Where she got them, nobody knows. Rantaro receives fresh food. Kokichi tries to sing himself to sleep. Byakuya, Mondo, and Yasuhiro discuss the games and what might happen in the morning. I can't imagine Byakuya or Mondo having a conversation with Yasuhiro or each other. It's such a weird group. Kyoko loses sight of where she is. Taka and Kaido, I keep trying to call him Momoda, tell stories about themselves to each other. Fuyuhiko questions his sanity. Whoops, I switched that to the wrong one, apparently. Oh well. Toko throws a knife into Fumi Yamada's head. You mean a very sharp pair of scissors? You know? She's not quite his type, but you know. We learned about that in Ultra Despair Girls. Mikon convinces Hajime to snuggle with her. Hajime, watch out, she's trying to kill you. She's trying to suffocate you, like in the game. Angie and Mukuro talk about the tributes still alive. I also can't imagine that. Imagine Mukuro talking to Angie. Be like, what are you talking about? Oh, I don't know. Nagito receives clean water from an unknown sponsor. Kazuichi receives a hatchet. Aoi starts a fire. Celeste, Chihiro, Tsumugi, Ibuki, and Tenko sleep in shifts. That was hard to say. Ryoma receives medical supplies. Imposter cooks his food. And Tero tries to sing himself to sleep. Okay. Mukuro practices her archery again. If she doesn't kill somebody with a bow, I'm gonna be very mad. Soda receives clean water. Yasuhiro goes hunting. Ultimate Imposter and Ibuki Miyoto work together for the day. Also in character. Tenko thinks about home. Celeste, Mondo, Miu, and Fuyuhiko hunt for other tributes. Nekomaru and Kokichi hunt other tributes. Tero camouflages himself in the bushes. I don't know, I guess he's short enough. Kyoko's practicing her archery. Ryoma defeats Nagito in a fight but spares his life. He didn't have the willpower to do it. Pekko and Kaido work together. Rentaro chases Aoi. Okay. Hyoko makes a wooden spear. Sakura receives a hatchet. Maki injures herself. Didn't she injure herself already? I don't remember that. Mahiro, Taka, and Chihiro hunt for other tributes. Wow, what a great team of just like lovable people. Angie thinks about home. Mikon pushes Tsumugi off a cliff during a knife fight. Good job, Mikon. Good one. I can't imagine her doing that. She probably, like, in the middle of the knife fight tripped, and it just ended up pushing Tsumugi off the cliff, you know? Himiko injures herself. Byakuya and Toko split up to search for resources. They're working together? Oh my god. And Hajime injures himself. There's a lot of injuring of themselves at the moment. So Sonya, Gundam, Hifumi, and Tsumugi. Mikon accidentally steps on a landmine. Yep, okay. She's clumsy. Clumsiness. That's it. Kaido quietly hums. Okay. Hyoko cooks her food and then puts her fire out. She learned it from Mahiru. Mukuro, Hajime, Fuyuhiko, and Ryoma sleep in shifts. Taka thinks about home. Kazuichi lets Angie into his shelter. Of course he does. Of course he does. He's like, she's wearing a swimsuit. He was super into that. Anyway, Maki poisons Nekomaru's drink but mistakes it for her own and dies. How? You're the ultimate assassin. How do you manage to do that? Anyway. Tenko begs for Kokichi to kill her. He reluctantly obliges, killing Tenko. Okay. Okay. Byakuya also hums. Peko cries herself to sleep. Fuyuhiko's still around. You're alright. Nagito and Rentaro fight Himiko and Ibuki. Himiko and Ibuki survive? Wow. Nagito and Rentaro, which is basically Nagito 2, died in the first fight they were in. Interesting. Mahiru fends Aoi, Mew, and Mondo away from her fire. She's doing really good. I don't know what to say. Imposter sets a fire. Toko cooks her food. Taro quietly hums. Sakura stays afire but stays hidden. Celeste hums. Yasuhiro lets Kyoko into his shelter. Weird. And Fujisaki. Chihiro tries to sing himself to sleep. Okay. Kokichi tries to sleep through the entire day. Taro is pricked by thorns while picking berries. Oh no! Yasuhiro tends to Byakuya's wounds. Why is Yasuhiro being, like, good? What? Taka tries to sleep through the entire day. Aoi chases Himiko. Hyoko and Angie work together for a day. Also a weird pair. Fuyuhiko receives clean water. Kyoko is unable to convince Peko to not kill her. Peko's on a killing streak right now. Double kill. We'll see if we get to triple kill. Toko sprains her ankle while running away from Mew. Okay. Ultimate Imposter questions his sanity, as do we all. Celestia collects fruit from a tree. Sakura, Nakura, and Kazuichi hunt further tributes. Close enough. Mondo tends to Mukuro's wounds. Ryoma receives clean water. Chihiro discovers a cave. Kaido throws a knife into Hajime's head. Wow, dude. Rude. Ibuki makes a slingshot, and Mahiru gets an explosive. Jeez. Okay, 7 people. Mikan, Maki, Tenko, Nagito, Rantaro, Kyoko, and Hajime. Those are a lot of power players. Like, look at this, like, bottom 4. That's a lot of power players. And then you got, like, Maki up here as well. Mikan, you could consider a power player, but not really in this one. Hyoko and Yasuhiro hold hands. Ew! Nekomaru questions his sanity. Ryoma sets up camp. Mondo passes out from exhaustion. That's also kind of in character. He'd probably just go crazy until he passed out. Celeste loses sight of where she is. Himiko is awoken by nightmares. Angie, Peko, Mukuro, and Kaido tell each other ghost stories. Kazuichi quietly hums. Aoi destroys Fuyuhiko's supplies while he's asleep. Okay. Kiyotaka receives clean water. Taro sees a fire but stays hidden. Sakura begs for Toko to kill her. She refuses, keeping Sakura alive. That almost happened in the game. Mew and Mahiru sleep in shifts. Weird pair. Kokichi kills Chihiro with a sickle. How can any of you like this guy? He just kills all the most innocent, best characters. Byakuya stays awake all night. Ibuki is unable to start a fire and sleeps without warmth. Oof. And Imposter receives a hatchet. Alright. We're getting down in numbers. We are getting down in numbers. We're down to like a regular game. More than that, but you know what I mean. Mondo receives an explosive. Fuyuhiko, Taka, and Yasuhiro hunt further tributes. Mew cannot handle the circumstances and commits suicide. Guess it was the 4th case after all, huh? Toko attacks Kazuichi, but he manages to escape. Wow. Toko has only gone after men, which is hilarious. Himiko, Peko, and Mukuro hunt for other tributes. You know, these two working together, dangerous pair. Peko and Mukuro, dangerous. And then there's just Himiko, who's just there. She's like, hi. Hello. Taro scares Angie off. Byakuya diverts Nekomaru's attention and runs away. Ibuki is pricked by thorns while picking berries. God damn it, Ibuki. Hyoko defeats Sakura in a fight, but spares her life. Her heart wasn't in it. She couldn't just, like, crush this tiny girl. Mahiru camouflages herself in the bushes. Okay. Kokichi goes hunting. Celeste receives a hatchet. Kaido, Aoi, and Ryoma hunt together, and the Ultimate Imposter travels to higher ground. We just lost Chihiro and Mew. The two, like, technologically advanced people. Inventors. Sakura and Toko talk about the tribute still alive after she tries to kill her. Fuyuhiko receives medical supplies. Hiro, Nekomaru, Aoi, and Imposter tell each other ghost stories to lighten the mood. Hiro's got the craziest ghost story, dude. Hyoko tries to treat her infection she got somewhere. Mondo loses sight of where he is. Mahiru looks at the night sky. Ibuki falls into a pit and dies. That's basically what happened in the game. She just, like, fell off the face of the planet. Everybody was like, oh, this is sad, and then forgot about her immediately when she died. Anyway, Taka forces I would think this would be the other way around, but Taka forces Byakuya to kill Tera or Angie. He decides to kill Angie. Why? Just get Tera out of here. It's okay. Peko, Celeste, and Ryoma sleep in shifts. Kaido passes out from exhaustion. Again, very in character. Kokichi tends to Himiko's wounds. Weird. And Kazuichi and Mukuro work together, sleep in shifts. That's weird. Mondo eats toxic berries. Rest in peace. Taka searches for a water source. Kaido collects fruit from a tree after he wakes up from being passed out. Soda discovers a river. Kokichi is unable to convince Sakura to not kill him. Wow. Who did Kokichi just kill? Oh, Chihiro. Yeah, that makes sense. Aoi, Nekomaru, Yasuhiro, and Pekka form a suicide pact, killing themselves. Ah! Fuyuhiko's still alive, Pekko! How could you do this? Also, Aoi and Nekomaru, that's pretty sad. Hiro, I don't really care about, but it's also kind of weird. Celeste practices her archery. Byakuya travels to higher ground. Hyoko dies trying to escape the arena. Oh no. Fuyuhiko, Mahiru, Tera, Himiko, and Toko hunt together. And the imposter, Ryoma, and Mukuro get into a fight. Mukuro triumphantly kills them both. That's the most in-character moment that could ever happen in one of these. That is the most in-character thing. Ryoma and the ultimate imposter are like cornering her, and she just kills them both. Because, you know, it's who she is. 11 people died. Ah, oh god. Ibuki, Angie, Mondo, Kokichi. Kokichi, yeah. He was part of, Aoi, Nekomaru, Yasuhiro, Pekko, Hyoko, Ultimate Imposter, and Ryoma. So who are we down to? Byakuya, Tera, Celeste, Mahiru, Mukuro, Toko, Hyoko, Sakura, Kaido, Fuyuhiko, Taka, and Kazuichi. Anyway, Byakuya and Tera are holding hands, so that's interesting. Celestia Ludenberg cooks her food before putting her fire out. Mahiru receives medical supplies. Mukuro tends to Toko's wounds. Again, weird. Himiko, Sakura, and Kaido sing songs together cheerfully. Okay. Kazuichi. Fuyuhiko receives medical supplies from an unknown sponsor. He's got his mafia contacts. He's got to be feeling it now that Pekko's gone. Maybe he doesn't know yet. Kiyotaka is unable to start a fire and sleeps without warmth, and Kazuichi falls into a frozen lake and drowns. Oh, Kazuichi. The cornucopia is replenished with food, supplies, weapons, and memoirs. Celeste doesn't go. Fuyuhiko overpowers Taka, killing him. Okay. Mukuro doesn't go. Smart. Himiko doesn't go either. Toko is unable to convince Mahiru to not kill her. Okay, Mahiru. Sakura decides not to go. Kaido doesn't go. Tera also doesn't go. And Byakuya doesn't either. Some smart people in there. Celeste taints Fuyuhiko's food, killing him. Wow. He got like one vengeance kill for Pekko and then got poisoned to death by Celeste and her schemes. Mukuro discovers a river. Kaido constructs a shack. Sakura camouflages herself. Mahiru tends to Byakuya's wounds. Himiko practices her archery, and Tera collects fruit from a tree. Honestly, I'm obviously rooting for Mahiru the most right now, but it would be pretty cool if Mukuro won or Celeste. Both of them, I think, have real like stakes to actually be able to win something like this. Kazuichi, Taka, Toko, and Fuyuhiko. I'm kind of sad about Fuyuhiko too. Byakuya fends Kaido, Himiko, and Celeste away from his fire. What a guy. Oh, Sakura dies of dysentery. Yikes. Mukuro screams for help. Mahiru thinks about winning, and Tera sets up camp for the night. Celeste goes to higher grounds. Mahiru and Kaido work together for a day. Imagine that. Imagine that. Can you imagine the conversations they'd have, that power dynamic of Kaido being somewhat unreliable of a dude? Anyway, Tera is pricked by thorns while picking berries again. Himiko convinces Mukuro to not kill her, only to kill her instead. Wait, did Himiko just kill Mukuro? What? Okay, and Byakuya receives a hatchet. Did she actually just do that? She did! Wow. Okay. I guess, you know, Mukuro's got that heart in her, right? We see it in I don't remember what it's called, but the manga thing attached to Trigger Happy Havoc, Zero, Danganronpa Zero, where she actually like cares about people. Guess that led to her downfall this time. Mahiru looks at the night sky again. Tera questions his sanity. Himiko, Byakuya, and Celeste cheerfully sing songs together while Kaido is dying of hypothermia. When did Himiko turn into such like a heartless monster? Like, these two, I can totally see that. But Miko? I don't know, man. Maybe she changed after Angie and Tanko died. Oh, anyway, Byakuya, after singing, just murders Himiko with a sickle. She's like, why are we singing? And then he's like, get out of here. Celeste diverts Teruteru's attention and runs away. Mahiru injures herself. Come on, Mahiru. Come on. Celeste cooks her food. Teruteru is awoken by nightmares. Mahiru starts a fire, and Byakuya tends to his wounds. Okay. Teruteru attempts to climb a tree, but falls to his death. I mean, I guess, logistically. Byakuya overhears Mahiru and Celeste talking in the distance. Imagine with having arms that tiny and trying to climb a tree. It's just not going to work, man. Celeste receives fresh food, and Mahiru sets an explosive off, killing Byakuya. Whew. That's my girl. Right there, killing Byakuya. And then she stabs Celeste with a tree branch. Dead. I didn't rig this. I promise you I didn't rig this. Oh my god. Mahiru Koizumi wins. Celeste made it to the end. I thought Celeste had it for sure. But nope, Mahiru won. She got 3 kills. She killed Celeste, Byakuya, and somebody earlier. I can't remember who it was. I'm sure you guys know. I just really like how Junko got no kills. Mukuro got reverse two-stalked by Himiko, who ended up taking more kills than her. Kaido got 1 kill, so did Sakura. Fuhiko got 2, Toko got 1. Weird. Well, there you have it. Mahiru Koizumi is the ultimate in a battle royale between every ultimate character. Mahiru would win, apparently. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you did enjoy, leave a like on the video, subscribe. If you want to give me suggestions on what other scenarios I should do, make them weird. It's way funnier when they're weird. This one's a pretty straightforward one. So it's more like intriguing, like, ooh, who's gonna win, than like super funny. But I've got one coming up in the works that is basically, what will Space Jam 2 be? You'll find out. Also, I just want to say, like, off the cuff here, uploads might be a little bit weird now that Fire Emblem's done. I might just throw whatever out there. Might play some more Infinite Fusion than usual. But I didn't have enough time to record it today, so you'll see it for Wednesday. You'll see it for Friday, maybe. Who knows? Depends how much I feel like playing. Anyway, thank you guys a lot. See you next time. Bye.